Salutations and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Pastor Tony. I want to welcome you to Straight from the Heart. This is what I want to show you, the in-depth effects of the Willie Lynch Letter. You see this home right here? This is what happens in our neighborhoods. They let Willie Lynch come in and buy properties like this with the intent of, I'm going to help the Negroes. We're going to build up the community because they can't do it for themselves. On to the rescue with the white hat and riding on a white horse like, the Long Ranger, looking all clean and spiffy, coming with aid. But the only thing they're doing is they're taking advantage of people in the communities like this. They put up fences and they say, look how beautiful the fence is. And so they look nice and they invest a couple dollars in it. Look at the fence right there. They don't even have the same boards on them. This is what they care about, our communities. Our communities, and somehow who's ever in charge, they allow these Willie Lynches to come in and buy these things. And in our neighborhoods, they become dilapidated and they become an eyesore. But Willie Lynch don't care because this thing is economics. And in the Willie Lynch Letter, it says, and I'm going to paraphrase this, it says that if you can teach a person to live under their means and accept where they live, they will never bother you for anything about the resources to keep living in that community in that way. This is an eyesore. You got good people to live in this community. This is what they got to live with. And this belongs to Willie Lynch. And this is what happens. Selling all his good property to Willie Lynch, and he's coming in and saying, I'm going to help you niggers, and this is what it does. Put up the fence. It looks nice, but look at it. People got to live like this. Their trees on other people's fences. Pushing down their property, dilapidating their property value. Look at this. All good property, but Willie Lynch comes in and buys it, and this is what you got to deal with. And then people wonder why our communities look like this. It's not all because of us. Because of the Willie Lynch Letter, because he's about economics and keeping people down. There has been nothing done besides that fence. And I said it before, look at the unevenness of it. Do it together just to keep it up. They don't care if it falls down just like the rest of the park. What they're going to do is get tax write-off. And so we're doing home improvement. And we helping the Negroes. And they're going to be fixing up their houses, their apartments. They're going to take all of those receipts and they're going to get tax write-off. And they're going to say it's because of this property right here. But they are putting nothing into this property. This is an eyesore. This is not only an eyesore for the community, this is an eyesore for the city. Or every city, any city, where you got good people who wants to live right, who wants to have their neighborhoods looking right. But you got the Willie Lynch, and he comes in and don't give a damn. I'm going to show you some other things. I'm not particularly talking about this neighborhood in particular, but this is where I'm from. This is where I grew up at. And I know I'm talking about the people who live here. I'm just showing you the effects of Willie Lynch. Because if you read the letter, which a lot of people won't, that's why I'm here, to go in depth in a spiritual way. This is the destruction of our communities, yo. Look at this one. Look at this one, all owned by Willie Lynch. These are all Willie Lynch's properties. Dilapidated, rodent infested, but they live next to good people. Hardworking people in the community. People who they couldn't buy this property because Willie Lynch was first. Not because he was first to have the money first, because of who he is. And what they say is, excuse me, don't sell it to the Negroes because they don't got no money. If they had some money, they would have fixed it up already. All owned by Willie Lynch. In a nice community. Ain't nobody putting a dime or a dollar into it. Tax write-off. Because they know the language. They know the language. The language is buy, keep them down. The language is buy, get some benefits. The language is buy and get what you can. The language is buy, keep pointing the finger at them. Look at this. This is all Willie Lynch's stuff. Look at this. You can get somebody who lives in a community, 4 or 5 of them, putting money together. Look at this, making their own business. You can have 4 or 5 people in the community come together and say, we're going to start buying up our block. We're going to start buying these houses. And we're going to go in as a corporation, an LLC. 5 or 6 good people in the neighborhood But you can't buy anything because Willie Lynch has already bought it, because your own people, our own people, who speak like us, who talk like us, who look like us, sells all of this good property to Willie Lynch. And then we wonder why our communities are like they are. And then we wonder why the kids don't give a damn. And then we wonder why we can't get no help. It's all because of things like this that are not in our control. It's all because of the Willie Lynch Letter. All because of the Willie Lynch Letter.